I am solo tonight. I don't have a Kerry, so everything will go wrong. Welcome to the back show, the back show. Welcome to the show for our backs, everybody. The pack of backs. Welcome to the show. We have a special show today. It's going to be my total thing to be into. We asked for a mentor series. We asked for our friend DJ Cummerbund to come and show and talk to two friends I've made over the last couple of months, Jacob from Jacob's Gaming and Ethan from Ethan Vlogs and Gaming, not Evan. So it's a show. We're going to talk today about YouTube. We're going to talk about TikTok, where my mind was just blown. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about. Community, what teens are doing, some advice for producers of all sizes, ages, and kinds. And we have to make up for the fact that Kerry's not here. So we've got a lot of work to get done. I can't even look over at her. She's not even...
Welcome to the Backpack Show with your hosts, Chris Brogan and Kerry Gorgone. Boom shakalaka.
So I'm counting on everybody to be extra hello-y today because we need it. Hey, Deb, good to see you. Good to see you. So again, what we put together for a project for today is I asked, I think Kerry asked DJ Cummerbund, hey, can you come on over? Can you talk to Jacob and Ethan about the stuff they're doing with streaming and video and YouTube and all that sort of a thing? Not because they're not figuring it out, but because our man himself, DJ Cummerbund, has been there a little bit longer, who has a few more subscribers, who's doing more interesting stuff with YouTube and TikTok. So the idea was that we just get some advice, but you could come along and learn as well. And there's probably a whole bunch of stuff that you don't or haven't experienced yet yourself. So now you can ask those questions. Thanks, Kate. Trying it out. They're an interesting set of glasses. All right, I'm going to start with DJ Cummerbund, but then we're going to grab the fellas and we'll get them on in. But I figure we'll start there. Hey, boss, welcome to the show. Welcome back.
What's up? I'm so happy to be back. I just have one thing to say really quick before we get started.
Go.
So in your intro, you have a nice nun, I guess, baking, and then a girl named Butterscotch.
Butterscotch is
Butterscotch?
She's 5-time beatbox championship Butterscotch. She is a world beatbox expert. I can't even say that, evidently. And, I don't know. I can't justify her cooking skills whatsoever. I feel like Blizzard Husky is an Ethan fan. Jacob maybe knows him too. Bonsoir, says Carol. Hey, Deb. And there's Leslie. So, yeah, Butterscotch is a 5-time world beatbox champion. She actually sang a song for us on the Backpack Show with sort of the loops and kind of brought everything in. You told me something that just blew my mind. So you have about 200,000 subscribers on YouTube, come or take. You have a gazillion on TikTok in only just a few months. What the hell? 200-something thousand? Over 200,000?
Just over 200,000.
In just a few months. Now you make mashups, so you'll take Ozzy Osbourne and mix it with the Beach Boys or something. Why? Is it because everyone can dance to it?
No, because it's taking two things that don't belong together and putting them together. It's the challenge of taking two completely separate genres and making a symphony out of it. And, I try and live life by that. And for me, my mashups metaphorically are about taking me out of my comfort zone. So that's how I try and live life. You got to step out of your comfort zone to make magic. And that's how it works.
I want to bring in your song. I'm going to see how bad I get copyright stricken for this one, but let's see what happens. I'm just going to play a couple seconds. Don't kill me, copyright gods. Seems to be you could have been a better friend. That's me, because mama, I'm coming home. I just noticed the mix of him like shoveling at the beach too. I just realized some of what you had going on in that background. The video editing adds another whole level. So in doing this process, in doing mashups, by the way, Kat, I was showing him some of Harold's. So in this process of doing this sort of a thing, I want to know in your experience, what's left? Is there always going to be another 200 or more of these songs to make? What else is going on in your head?
Yeah, I mean, when I hear a song, it's just all about finding something that goes with it. And you mentioned before that I'm a Macho Man fan, wrestling fan, and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And to me, watching wrestling is like making a mashup. You have a villain, you have a hero, and they're going together making a symphony. And that's really what they're doing. And when you see that 5-star match, you're like, that was beautiful, And then when you finally, I got tons of songs and tons of stuff in the pipeline, metaphorically speaking, which what's going on now, stuff in the pipeline, but it's all about perfection with me. And if it doesn't sound right in my head or coming out of those speakers, none of it will see the light of day.
No one's going to get a chance.
Could be 200. There could be 200, like you said, ready to go. But there could be none. And it could be all over tomorrow. You never know.
And depending if you like the film Highlander, there could be only one. Named Diagram has a comment. I prefer WWF over WWE. Are these fighting words, or do you agree?
No, everybody that's smart prefers WWF over WWE.
Exactly. One quick call out from Derek Overby for snapping to a Slim Jim. You do pretty not bad, Roddy. I mean, you're a pretty bad Macho Man. I mean, Roddy, I'm going to get punched on my own show. How many, is there any other Halloween costume, or is that basically the only Halloween costume for you?
I didn't know there was another Halloween costume.
I figure there can't be. All right, we're gonna grab our friends Jacob and Ethan. Jacob has Jacob's Gaming. Ethan has Ethan's Vogs, and I cannot wait to ask him some questions. We're digging right in. We got so many questions. Let's see. Blizzard Husky, do you know what Halo is? Because I have a question. If so, ask your question, Blizzard Husky.
Isn't that the gaming national anthem?
That is exactly. I mean, that's the one. All right, let's grab Jacob. Let's grab Ethan. But stand by, gentlemen. There's a question coming in. This could be very important.
Okay.
And Name Diagrams is admitting to knowing you, so that's more than some of your friends have said over time.
Totally.
I guess as we're waiting for the Halo question, because Husky types, with those pause, it's not as easy.
Yeah, with pause, it's kind of hard. You gotta watch the pause.
Yeah, can't. It's not. Well, what is your favorite Halo game, and what would you say is the best? Isn't the only real answer ODST? There's a lot of ways to get that one wrong.
I mean, if you really want to get technical, ODST is a spin-off, just like Rogue One in Star Wars.
Okay.
Come on now. So if you really want to get technical, Halo 3 is the best.
You're right. Okay. I stand chastened and corrected, but you're right, Halo 3. But I'm just really thrilled that the Master Chief Collection allowed me to change my controllers, so I didn't have to learn 8 different controller configurations. That's all I can say about that. Now, if this person answers Halo 4, I'm banning him. That's all I have to say. All right. Gentlemen, you have... well, first let's start with this. Ethan, are you more of a Twitch streamer? Are you more of a YouTuber who happens to, what's the layout of you, Ethan? And then talk to me also, Jacob.
Twitch. I don't stream on Twitch, really. I never have.
So you're just a YouTube fellow.
I've been on YouTube since 2015, so yeah.
Wow. And Jacob? A little bit of both?
Mainly Twitch, so I stream on Twitch, but I upload to YouTube.
Gotcha.
Someone got banned from YouTube.
Yes.
You got banned from YouTube?
Yeah, I don't even know why. It was so dumb.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Look at that smile. You know why.
He knows exactly why, because it was in my video of which it happened.
But if it was in your video, why would I?
Because it was because we uploaded the same clip to your channel.
Oh.
Oh. Dare I ask the question?
No.
Okay. Go ahead.
No.
So wait, so what's going to happen there? Like, are you relaunching with a new plan? Are you doing something new thing? Or?
I emailed them and I'm just asking like when my suspension or
He's been
that stuff. I'm
suspended.
just waiting to hear back.
He's been suspended from streaming for what, 5 months now?
Oh my god!
No, it's only been like two or three.
Well, let's start there. DJ Cummerbund, have you been suspended or knocked down? I mean, you must be copyright stricken every now and again, but beyond that, what happens?
Beyond that, I've never been really disciplined because they know better. But no, I mean, yes, I've been hit with copyrights constantly. I do know a few ways around it, but they do what they want when you don't own the rights. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I've dealt with that too many times.
Well, what are you guys putting up that you don't own the rights to? Is it just music, or do you do videos as well?
Literally just the sound.
Just
And
Yeah.
I put the link and where it came from, who made it in the description, and I'll still get copyrighted.
Yeah.
Well, publishing houses are on the search for it, especially now, especially with the fact of Spotify and Pandora and all that
Right.
stuff.
But-
Publishing houses aren't making as much money as they used to. So they're doing whatever they can in order to just stomp on people, to be honest.
Right. And I even made a free trial of Epidemic Sound to try it,
Mhm.
but I still got copyrighted. So I'm guessing that could have also been part of it. I don't know.
Oh,
There's got to be an underlying beat somewhere.
So one of the tricks with Epidemic Sound is that if you don't actually expressly put in your video that you used one of their types of songs or whatever, they can beat you up for that one too.
Oh my.
You might have to say music by Epidemic Sound or something.
Wow.
They need it's you post it, but then it's with attribution. So these are things that people watching the show are like, I don't know what you're talking about. Hey,
Right.
They want producer credit.
that's right.
Yeah.
We do have a couple. We have a comment and a question. So Diagram says, I got banned for a few days because apparently even typing song remix, I guess it's illegal to make a song remix.
I've seen that.
And then Husky asks a question, which is, what are you guys' opinion of the furry fandom? And be honest. I'm going to start with DJ Cummerbund on that one. What's your take on furries?
Well, there's the great Constitution of the United States where it says, I do not have to answer that question. Plead the fifth on the count that I may incriminate myself.
I see that. Okay. I feel like I know Ethan's answer on that, judging by his flag, but I could be wrong. I already outed you the last time you came on the show.
Yeah, I
So
know.
I figure like that's old news by now,
Yeah.
Husky.
Blizzard likes to be pushy sometimes,
I see.
but he's very kind and caring.
But so there's an incredible. We interviewed Ash Coyote, who's a YouTuber, and she had a documentary, like a full-fledged feature documentary, not like what we would have done with a couple of cameras.
I watched it.
And it was the fandom. Oh, did you watch it? I recommended that. You checked it out. It's great, isn't it?
Yes.
It's a well-made video, but it talks about this is the part DJ Cummerbund might find kind of interesting too. It's like a very self-contained ecosystem financially, and they make amongst each other six figures, helping each other, like making those costumes and all that, because not everyone can sew, and it's all what their point was that it's all their own intellectual property, so they're never getting in trouble with like Warner Brothers or somebody for wearing someone's something. It's all their own gear and all that.
Yeah. There's a niche market for everything, and God bless them if you know how to make money against it.
It's for sure. Dr. Bitcoin had a question, and I imagine this is for DJ Cummerbund. How is copy strike situation on TikTok versus YouTube? Is it worse there or easier?
That's a loaded question. So the copyright situation on TikTok, it operates the same but very different, because you have to remember they are a lot shorter videos. Now, yes, they extended it to 3 minutes, but there's a lot of covers, which covers you're allowed to do. But as far as me personally, because of the fact that they're only 60 seconds, and I try and keep it to 60 seconds unless it's getting a lot of popularity, then I put it out there. Thanks, man. Then really gotten into too much trouble right now. But I'm DJC, and I always get into trouble. So we'll see what happens.
Could be coming next. Hey, I think I'll do some poorly placed ad reads because I'm going to. Hey, we're sponsored by Ask Dr. Bitcoin, who just asked that question. Ask Dr. Bitcoin.substack.com allows you to get all your crypto questions answered. Mark's been a really great writer for so many years. It's really cool that he has his own newsletter going right now. I've read him in all the places, TechCrunch, that sorts of places. Hey, do you want a search engine that doesn't hate you? This is called presearch.com. Not only don't they hate you, but they can actually give you crypto coins for your searching. So when you're typing in, how do I argue against my YouTube suspension? You can ask it in presearch.com, and then Google won't think that you're a jerk.
All right,
Let's do one more. We're sponsored also, I'm not lying, by badasswatercompany.com. It's water, except it's badass. Drink badasses. Badasswatercompany.com. 3 minutes is only for certain people, usually verified artists. Oh,
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't gotten my 3 minute yet. It's pretty sure
Not
it's for
true.
verified.
Not true, because I don't have a blue check and I can do 3 minutes.
Oh,
Maybe
Yeah,
it is
like that.
for a select few.
Well,
All right.
maybe you just have to have over 200,000 people.
Oh, that could be more
Probably.
than 200,000 subs. That could be it. DJ Cummerbund, these two gentlemen on the come up, as they say sometimes, they may or may not have a question or two for you as far as your learned skills or whatnot. Anything come to mind, Jacob or Ethan, that we can ask the blessed scholar DJ Cummerbund?
I do have one question. How did you come up with the name Cummerbund? Where did that come from?
There's a few different stories.
I was going to ask him if he's ever worn a tuxedo.
One, we'll go with the first story. The first story is I was at my sister's wedding.
Yeah.
It was in a barn, and I forgot my belt at home, and the only thing I was able to grab was a cummerbund. And so the cummerbund acted as a belt and actually saved my life, because the barn actually caught on fire.
Oh my!
And when it did, somebody, and I don't remember exactly who it was because it was a crazy situation, somebody grabbed my cummerbund and pulled me out the back door as I was at the booth, because I was at the booth and everybody was on the dance floor in front of me, so I couldn't get to the big doors, and they pulled me out the back because of that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the stories of how you got a cummerbund.
That's what you get
I'm
this
down for it.
time. Next time it'll be different.
We'll ask another question. Ethan, what do you got? What's a question you may have for our learned scholar today?
I guess it's just, how do you know what to do, I guess, for uploading? I don't know how to say this question.
What kind of?
I got what you're saying.
Content.
So, okay, so it's all about what makes you happy, man. Stop worrying about how many people are following you. Stop worrying about what the numbers are or your analytics and all that stuff. Do what makes you happy, okay? Because if you're having fun, other people are having fun. So the wave will come where people subscribe to you. The hardest thing that ever happened was for me to get to the first 10,000 people. The first 1,000 was the hardest. Then it slowly became faster, and then it died off again. Then when I got to 10,000, that's when I actually started getting recognized. So just do you, man. Don't worry about the whole back end of it. The back end will come if you're truly having fun with it. So, yeah, don't worry about anything else.
Okay.
Nice.
The
Last question.
you'd already made some pretty important. Let's see. There's a song in that story, by the way, about the cummerbund. Do what makes you happy. Best advice. That's solid advice. You've done in all of your various videos, all your choices that you come up with. Have you ever had one where you're just like, well, you said you only put out the ones you know are going to be the right ones. Do you ever kind of come back to a song and go, oh, I know 5 other songs I can match that with? And how often do you make that choice to go back to the well and take a song to some other mash?
There's a lot. A lot of times I do that. Like I've gone back to the song Zoot Suit Riot about 56 times. And every time I find something that matches nicely with it, I get angry with it and I delete it. But then it keeps sticking out in my head like there's going to be a legendary song with that backing. I just need to find it. I need to forage for it. The mushroom will come. It's just not happening yet.
The big bad voodoo daddy themselves will bestow their energies upon you. Things will change. That's from like 93 or something. So you've had some time to be thinking about this song.
Oh yeah.
Suit Riot. Janice down in Houston says she loves it. So there you go. There's some motivation to, get it going for Janice.
I don't care what anybody says. Everybody likes that song somewhat. So yeah, thank you for admitting it. But everybody likes that song somewhat, and everyone will just be like, it's all right. But secretly inside, you're going, Suit Riot. Yeah, totally.
You're doing the backup singers and all that too.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get a couple more questions in just one quick second. I have a question for the younglings. What motivates you to do stuff? Because I look at Jacob and it'll say Jacob's live on Twitch and he's just like walking, to school or something like that. He's walking.
Oh, by the way, you said Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. It's actually Cherry Poppin' Daddy.
Ah, I had my daddies wrong.
Yeah.
That
Respect
explains my
daddies.
entire childhood. Cherry Poppin' Daddies. And that was their only real biggie too, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go lay on a bed of nails now. Jacob, what makes you choose to go live or not? And are you muted or did I mute you? Okay, I muted you.
Yeah, I'm having
Try
issues.
that.
Yeah, all right, there. So my phone's on 1%, so I'm going to charge it in the car.
All right, I'm booting you. I'm booting you now. Boop, go charge.
Unprepared.
Oh, goodbye.
Ethan,
Yes.
what motivates you to put together the videos that you're putting together?
The stuff I call content. Oh, I don't know. I guess just the willing of just I want to record this today. I think it'd be good.
So you don't have a very specific theme to start. I was asking that because I'm thinking DJ Cummerbund almost never makes a video that's not to the theme of I'm going to make another mashup. Whereas, the occasional I want a Webby, which would make sense that we'd want to know that because people who like the music want to know that he won a Webby. But I don't think you ever put up a video that's like, oh man, I don't feel like making songs today or something. You don't vlog on DJ Cummerbund channel, do you?
No, I don't. I mean, I might start. Actually, funny you say that. I just got approached by Cameo, so I'm going to be doing that.
Oh my gosh!
But yeah, coming soon, guys. Cameo, DJ
Word
Cummerbund.
up.
Personal message. Anyway, so vlogging I don't really do. I let the music speak for itself. However, I used to launch and do the celebrity messages that people used to pay for and stuff like that. And I used to add those and people had fun with it. That might come again. And some other content might be coming in the mix. More of me instead of just the music. I mean, obviously people love the music, but I think people get a kick out of me as well. So It's coming.
So we have a couple more comments that have rolled by that I want to put in here. Elizabeth asked the question, what about digital photography mashups versus audio? Any gotchas? Oh, like I guess if you're mashing other people's licensed artwork, is that a problem? I mean,
Yes, I have been hit with that before, especially by Warner Brothers. Oh wait, delete their name. I shouldn't say that.
right. Especially by somebody that we can't mention.
Yeah, the big W. Anyway, so yes, I have been hit with video copyrights before. It's just all about maneuvering and tapering and doing what you got to do to not bypass it per se, but get your vision out. That's what it's about.
Get your vision.
I mean, Dave Grohl was the one that said it the best. The young artist is the artist, and we should let them make their art. which I totally respect him for. So it's nice to have him on our side.
I'd like to get the chance to meet that fellow. They say he's the nicest guy in rock. I want to prove that.
Well, he played my mashup live on stage, so I respect that.
Get out of Dodge.
Very
Was that
early
kind
in my career, I guess we'll say. He played in Sweden. He played Freak Tender at the end of Pretender live on stage. He did the whole super freak, and then did Help Me Rhonda and everything.
Oh, nice.
My gosh.
Yeah, it was amazing.
That's crazy. Name diagram sounds very positive and upbeat about this. So I'm my own music. I make my own music. I'm going to throw my own verb in there. I make my own music. I just can't get a good beat. Should I just quit? And also because the words sound like poop as well anyways. So any advice for a named diagram?
First
Ethan
of all,
says don't quit.
never say your music sounds like shit. That's number one. Oh, am I allowed to say that?
Yeah. I'm just
Never say your music sounds like rap, because every failure, there is a teaching moment. Okay? Do you think I like everything that I put out? I don't listen to half the stuff I put out because I don't like it, but other people do. So you might not like it, but guess what? Somebody is going to shake their head to that beat going, this is dope. So don't put yourself down and do what you got to do. And even though your words might not be there, you might not be a wordsmith as you want to be, you're probably still really young. Get there. Start reading the dictionary. Start spelling words, vocabulary. Give yourself spelling tests and know the meaning. So that way when you mix words together, you know what you're talking about.
By the way, that's coming from northwestern Vermont. So what you mean is basically Canada.
Yeah,
Hello, Canadian. Grohl has some fun, and that's one reason we loves him.
true story.
Now, DJ Cummerbund.
Mhm.
So, what's like, what program would you say works best for like just beats, like just making the beat?
The Myrtle Beach program.
Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
He's
You
reading
ever
your
heard of it?
shirt.
You might
He's
want to
reading your
look it up.
shirt, Jacob.
I'm reading your shirt, bro.
Jacob, look down at your shirt. It says Myrtle Beach.
Oh,
So what all right, so there's a Beatmaster, which is really good. That's what my friend uses. He really likes that series. However, you got to get like a synthesizer and stuff like that. But if you want just like a standard drum machine, the Beatmaster is really good. Ableton is cool.
I have Ableton, or I
You
had
do?
Ableton, the trial, just to mess around,
Oh.
try it.
Yeah, and what came out of the trial?
I liked it. I mean, the interface was a little complicated, but I mean,
Whenever
nothing-
you don't know an interface or anything like that, YouTube is your friend.
yeah. But
The
basically what I
tutorials
did-
on YouTube are fantastic. How do you think I learned to make the movies cut like I did? I watched YouTube videos. And don't forget that the key to making beats is pots and pans. They sound the best. Just throw them.
Just throw
Bang
him.
on pots and pans.
Throw them at a wall.
Diagram says I sometimes use Soundtrap. So
I've
Soundtrap is
seen
good. I'm not
videos.
really familiar with it, but
I've
I've
heard
heard
of it, but
I've used
we
it
have all these things.
once.
All right, I'm going to do a couple more ad reads. Ready? If you want to make your own weird show, you can. See Brogan.me/StreamYard. Wah. All you have to do is get your own mashup artist and 2 learners. Hey, if you think we're unattractive, and who wouldn't, you can get your own audio podcast version of the show anywhere there's an audio podcast. We're hosted by castos.com, but we have spread our Peapods all over the cast, so you can get them anywhere you want. I think I have only one last official they paid me read, .online. So if you want your own .online domain, like furry.online, go to cbrogan.me/online, put in the code Chris, all capitals. You get that domain for $1 for the first year. That's it. One George Washington. Okay, that's it. That's my reads.
Now is it $1 a month or
$1 for the whole year.
Wow.
This
that
girl
domain.
Kat is crushing it, by the way.
Yeah,
She knows the music industry, apparently.
that's my ex-wife. Dropping a Skittle on a tin can works too. So, podcast even on Spotify. Yes, even on Spotify. Spotify is eagerly trying to slurp up anything you could put in your ear. So they're very anxious for that.
Spotify is very, very trying to get everything they can.
Right.
And they're made in the lands of the Scandinavia. So you know that they're never going to quit because those people are like a horde. They're like a horde. All right. So I have a question about creativity. When any of the three of you, and I'd like to hear all three answers, get a mood in your mind or something like that. It's not always a musical mood. It's not always this specific kind of process kind of a mood. What do you do with your creativity when you're sort of in between, like where you don't know for sure where you want to put it? Whoever wants to answer first.
Well, personally, I make lists. When I think of something, I always carry a notepad with me, right? In the early stages when I couldn't afford paper, I used to carve it into a tree. And then I would take the bark back to my computer and make it look at each other and see what happened. But in reality, I just make a list. And when I think of a song that I want to work with later, it goes on the list. And then I move around them all the time. And that's how I say I have so much in the pipeline, because those lists are nonstop, you know, because when I hear music, I try and hear something over it in my head, and it hurts. It hurts.
Does that happen a lot? So I'll ask Ethan and I almost said Evan. Just to be funny, that I almost said it. That's how it starts. Ethan and Jacob, I'll ask you this in a second, but I want to double down on that for 1 second. I find, especially with my son Harold, who does the mashups, he never hears a song. He only hears this is roughly this BPM. I know exactly what I would put with it, you know. Or it's worse. He kind of thinks he knows what he's going to put with it, and you hear him humming to kind of line up a part of a song. Is that what happens to you a lot?
Yes and no. Yes, I do that, but however, it's a nightmare doing that, because matching the BPMs in your head is the hardest thing in the world. So if he can do that, that is a true gift, and nourish that, you know, you juice that like it's an orange and make beautiful orange juice with that, because that's amazing.
Pitch Perfect comes with 90%, 96% of people who are autistic. You just get Pitch Perfect for free. So that's where he gets out of that in his beats. All right, Ethan, what's the deal when you are feeling kind of a little bit of creative energy, but you're not quite sure where to throw it? Where does it go? Do you carve it in trees?
When I get creative energy, I hop on like my computer or whatever and just end up recording any game I feel like needs to be recorded, or just put my camera on my desk and hit record.
And whatever comes out.
I have so many recordings in my my files. I'm pretty sure Jacob has seen half of them. Me just talking in front of my camera.
Okay, so you want to be like a movie producer or something like that, huh?
No, not really.
So is there any structure to the video? Have you ever gone in with a plan?
Nope. The only video I've ever gone to with a plan was my forest video, where I planned where I was going to build my base and stuff.
Okay. How many views did you get on that one?
I have to check on you. I don't know.
Okay. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to, for 1 week, make your videos with a structure, right? Structure out your videos. Like, this one's going to be goofy. This one's going to be serious. This one's going to be, you know, I'm crushing it or whatever. Make a structure like an intro, like you're writing an essay, an intro, a body, and an ending. Okay. See where that gets you in 1 week.
Yeah, and that forest video has 4 views, so
Ouch.
It's been out for a few weeks now.
How many views do you normally get?
5.
Okay.
I
so
have
it's
112
90% there.
subscribers.
More than me.
So that forest video is 90% there then.
Yes.
So just try what I said, see how it works, and do your thing. And like I said, do what makes you happy.
I was looking at a few of my other videos while I was there, and I have 2 videos that has 1K and 1.2K views, which are videos that had structure because they were just photos I put together in a video
Okay.
with music. So I guess that kind of proves your point there that putting a structure in a video can help it.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question about that, Ethan. Do you is that what you do? You identify as a video maker in general? Like, is this kind of the thing you want to be, or it's just a thing you're doing because it's kind of fun to do, and why not?
This is something I want to be. Yes.
Cool.
So I guess technically yes.
Don't forget to wear a fun hat.
Oh yes.
Look who showed up in the
Cummerbund.
comments. Look who showed up in the
Kerry.
comments.
Let me tell you
Cummerbund
something. If I ran in 2024, I would call everybody an idiot. And I would probably fire 90% of the country.
That's an interesting plan. There was a movie like that way back in the old days called Dave. It was not an
Dave was
especially good
awesome.
movie. Oh, come on. When Alan Alda shows up to like do his taxes and everything like that, that's probably my favorite part. But I'm gonna put just a tiny bite. I'm gonna risk copy strike twice in one episode here.
Let's go. DJ Cummerbund.
By the way, you look like you're in that video for real.
That was a good mashup. 2 good songs.
Yes.
Shut up, baby. I know it. I'm just kidding. Thanks, man.
Yeah. Now, do you
You're
find
mute,
like,
man. You're muted.
Yeah, but
I'm like the king of muting. That was a question I was going to ask you, which is the whole fake it till you make it, to kind of put on the DJ Cummerbund selfness. That came before the numbers, right? Like, I'm pretty sure if I went way back to your first upload, there's no way you're like, hey guys, it's a Cummerbund. I'm here, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Like, I gotta imagine that was not your first.
Never once did I say like and subscribe. Never. And my first mashup was in 2014, and it had no video at all because I didn't know how to do videos yet. And it was Bruno Mars. What song was it? What song was it? Dang it. It was a really popular one.
That ice cold Michelle fight
Yeah,
for
that one.
white gold. Yeah.
And Macho Man, because I found his album in Japan, and it was a cappella, and I was like, this is happening. This is happening. So the first one had no video, no nothing, and the only reason it blew up the way it did is because it reached Up Rocks magazine, and Up Rocks wrote an article about it online, calling it the song of the year only 5 days into 2014.
Oh,
So
my
that's
gosh.
the only reason how I got this really started.
That's shenanigans. So you would advise these two fine gentlemen to start working on their persona, one might guess.
Always have a persona. I mean, being yourself is cool, don't get me wrong, but being somebody that you know you can be and manifesting it into the videos, manifesting it in, it becomes life. So while I want to be that, and then you make that happen, things are great, man.
One thing I always think about that particular piece of advice too is even if your persona is pretty much the same as you, and I didn't say fursona, Ethan. Even if your persona is not exactly this, it's almost the same as you, but isn't. I can always use that if someone's like, pooping on me online, like they say you suck. I'm like, oh, they don't like my persona, and I can kind of walk away from that a little bit. I don't have to feel like I suck. I feel like that person that they're yelling at is the character. You can always do that a little too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not that I get a whole world of haters. I used to, but I'm not interesting enough to have haters anymore. Still really like woohoo by myself. All right. So another question: if you were to collaborate, because there's things like this, right? There's sometimes you stop, other times you collaborate, and then the third time you might listen. If you were doing those three together, stop, collaborate, and listen.
I'm loving the reference, by the way.
I'm here for you. What would you do to make something together? Like what's a project you could work on? And I've never seen you do that kind of project, DJ Cummerbund, but what's a collab project? And I have Ethan and Jacob who are pals like every day. Do you guys ever do collab projects?
All the time, actually.
Yes, all the time.
Whenever he needs something, he calls me up because I have the technology to mostly edit it.
He's got like the better computer than that.
He records it and I put it together, and then
I just
just
have
turns
a
into
better.
Who holds the
equipment other than
knowledge?
the computer.
Who holds the knowledge out of you two, as far as the skills to put stuff together? Like it seems like you have the technology, but who has the knowledge between you two that puts it together?
I think it's 50-50.
50-50 basically. I mean, we both know how to like
When we're together, we can make absolutely anything happen.
right.
And even when we're apart like this, like you can see in some of our videos when it's just us solo, we can put something together, but it's not the same as if we're actually with each other.
Right.
The fact that you said that when you're together, you can make anything happen. That's your motivation to do whatever is necessary to grow your channel. See, that's awesome. Are you moving into his bedroom, or how does that work?
I was just thinking that same thought. I was thinking, where are you moving? Like, do you guys live proximate to each other right now? And is this move going to mess that up?
I could walk to his house.
Now.
Can you walk to his new
Can you
house?
soon?
No, he can't.
So you basically try to get away from Jacob? Is that what you're saying?
I
Pretty
can
healthy distance between the two of you?
He can be annoying, but I don't think I'd completely abandon him.
It's only like one town over, so it's not
Respect.
bad.
That's not that bad. That's a good bicycle distance, right? So you got to get the bike going.
I mean, I'm working on buying something too, of which pick him up, I guess.
Oh.
Right?
69 Dodge Charger.
That wasn't what I was talking about, but yes, it's one of them.
A hover car, perhaps?
You know.
I was looking at a motorcycle, goddamn. ATV, four-wheeler, whatever you want to say.
Okay. So as far as collabs go for me,
Yes.
there's been a few record labels reaching out to me.
Really?
So yeah, and it just started to happen. So things are moving pretty quick now.
Mhm.
And I got some things in the pipeline that are that will make some magic for your ears. It's gonna
Do you
be
think
nice.
that is this going to bridge people who aren't clever enough to make their own way onto a TikTok or something like that? Is that what you're kind of heading towards? Is like maybe you'll be doing something like that gets them from their mainstream audience to a TikTok audience because you've got all that skill up there. Is that roughly the sketch of the business?
So
Not at liberty to say.
Yeah, no, I can't really talk
Okay.
about it right now. The project's
fine.
coming up, but I will say that places that DJ Cummerbund hasn't gone before will be touched by the hand of DJ Cummerbund. So it's going to be fun.
That sounds so wrong when you say it like that, but okay.
Of course. Obviously.
You have to say it that way, right?
I'm talking to
you know-
furries, obviously.
Well, there you go. When you talked about that, by the way, it made me think of our other friend on the show, Sir Mix-a-Lot, who he decided he heard this song.
I think the song is done. It's gonna be a whole lot of TikToking going on. I could tell, I could smell it coming. But anyway, here it is. Finished.
This is Will Ferrell pretending he's from Iceland.
Can a brother get a little bit of time? Bring a little wine. Can a brother step to you like this?
So Sir Mix-a-Lot has done that sort of a thing where he said, I really like this song. It's on a movie called Eurovision with Will Ferrell. And he contacts Netflix and goes, hey, yo, I'm going to buy the rights. I'm going to match that up. And they're like, what? And he goes, yeah, I like that song a lot. And he goes, I'm going to put it on TikTok. And they're like, and they said, okay, but they weren't sure what they were going to get. And that's what Mix-a-Lot did with it. He was one of the early pioneers of understanding that you need to own your own intellectual property rights. So he made his money and then he lost all his money and then he made more money. And now when Nicki Minaj puts Anaconda in her song, he makes way more money than he made for Baby Got Back. So it turns out that he's onto something. But we lost Jacob.
He went splat.
Yep.
So
I died.
That's one of the problems with starting out is not owning the rights. So it's very hard.
new shirt.
I like that. It's very hard to, understand where we're coming from when we don't own the rights and everybody can say, well, that's mine, so you can't use it.
Right.
But soon everything's going to change.
All right. I have one last question and then we're going to bag out of here. And then we're going to ask the backpack question, of course. My last question is, what's something new on the horizon? Not necessarily your work project that you can't talk about, but what in general for any of you is new on the horizon that you're getting a little bit hyped about? What anything, any area. So Ethan, I'll start with you.
I have a very big video planned that I haven't even told Jacob about.
Uh-oh.
That is something I've had planned for a few months now. It's still in its planning stage of how it's going to roll, how it's going to do it. So I'm hoping to have it up by next month. So I'm getting hyped about it because it's almost complete.
So you ever gonna plan on telling me?
Nope.
Oh, wow. But I need to tell you that the code word is taco. And Jacob, what do you got coming up? Either stuff you're making or I just can't wait for Halo 6 or whatever. Like whatever's
The end of the school year, which is next month.
Woo! That'll be big. You get a few months to do some real work all summer.
Yeah.
Oh, I work during the summer. I can't do YouTube.
Oh, why'd you get so old?
Working.
Yeah, he's looking
what
for
kind of
a
work
job.
are you doing in the summer? What's the project there? What do you work?
I work for fast food right now.
Oh, we all had our first jobs. It's okay, no hate.
Mm-hmm.
Do you work for a fast food that we like? The diagram says donut. So I guess that's
I work McDonald's right now.
Oh my gosh, I'm loving it. All right, DJ. How can you not? DJ Cummerbund, what's coming up besides your cool business projects you can't talk about that you're super excited about?
Well, besides the fact that I have Cameo, and I do have a clothing line coming out. That will be coming soon. And then what else is in the works? Something really crazy. I'm going to be sponsoring and the spokesman of a bidet line.
Yes. Oh, that's amazing. That's incredible.
Everybody needs a clean coolie. So I'm going to advocate for that. Clean coolies across the U.S.
I love it. Are you doing a bidet trick and that sort of a thing? Like, will there be some stunts perhaps?
Maybe.
Okay. I'm into it. DJ is a freelance butcher. Diagram says I worked on a farm or for a farm. Sorry.
No, you didn't.
Daughter just got a job at McDonald's. Do you like your McDonald's job? That's a question to Ethan, I'm guessing.
Oh, it has its ups and downs, and there is stuff I'm not going to get into for reasons of
Okay.
work. So yeah,
You
it
don't know
has
hard
its ups
work.
and downs.
Until you're baling hay. Will your bidets play music?
I mean, what you think?
We need bidets in this country. That's
Every
okay.
toilet.
I have one more sponsor, and then we got to do the backpack question in person today. Global Community School is called Pulver EDU. You can go back to school now that Jacob's getting out of school for only 7 Jeff coins. Yep, you pay with cryptocurrency. 7 Jeff coins in. You can go to pulveredu.com. That's where it's at. All right, let me see. What else I got to do? I got to do person of the day. That's not going to be all that hard. I have one person who
Oh, and here's our person of the day. Kaboom!
pretty easy because every other comment's been cat. So we need bidets in this country. She's a lot of energy today. Congratulations. And now, a question we ask every single guest. DJ Cummerbund's answered this before. Your last today, DJ. What goes in your backpack? This is something either physical or metaphorical. It could be something like a bidet, or it could be something like dreams. But it's up to you what goes in there. I'm going to start with Ethan, Vogs in Gaming. What goes in the backpack, Evan?
I guess motivation.
I like it. I'll take motivation. That's actually a really good answer. I was sort of expecting something crazy. I was you caught me flat-footed because I was.
What were you expecting?
I
I'd like to
something
know.
crazy, like
Stuffed tail.
Stuffed tail. There you go.
I already have one of those. I don't need another
Exactly. So that's
There you
going
go.
right in the backpack.
one.
I win. Yeah, cat. All right, Jacob. What goes in that backpack?
Commitment.
Oh my gosh,
Mm.
some big words today. DJ Cummerbund, bring it home. What goes in your backpack?
Well, being the company I'm in, I'm going to change my answer. It was going to be bidet, but I kind of popped that already. I was excited for it.
Oh,
Now, I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with an ice pack.
a good
the ice
solid
pack.
backpack.
The ice pack needs to go in there, and
Yes.
not just any ice pack. It's got to be one of those one-time use onlys, because you need to know how severe the problem's going to be to whip out that ice pack.
I see. So it's a good triage moment if the ice pack is
Mm-hmm.
very important.
I'm
Well,
very upset with myself because that was not as good as my last answer.
I know bidet is pretty good. An extra set of teeth. You're gonna have to really come back.
Yeah.
All right, we'll plan it again. All right. So, as we all know, we end the show with some kind of story about my grandmother. Almost nearly true. My grandmother did, in fact, show me a bidet for the first time. I had never seen one before. And the reason that she showed me, or what she had to tell me about the bidet, was I was just about to cause a grievous error.